and she had suffered with leprosy for 5 years. And he described Yolanda as a woman of blinding beauty when he first knew her. Thin, beautiful, mesmerizing, brown eyes, long hair, trim, picture of beauty. But she had leprosy, and leprosy destroys you physically. It disfigures you. So her nose was all bent in, pressed into her face, her mouth contorted, her ears became distended, in utter physical pain. She had no fingers. The leprosy took her fingers. She lived with 2 stubs. Her husband divorced her because it was not good to have a wife. It was a social, disgrace to have this wife. He divorced her, and he kept their 2 sons away from her because of this social disgrace. So she lay dying in the pain of that disease, not only physically, but oftentimes more spiritually, the greater pain of being rejected by the ones in life that she loved the most, the ones that she brought into life, into existence. And so she called for this man to pray with her. And he prayed with her. And he said it was a dark day out, but it was as if the room lit up in brilliance. And he said he couldn't even look at her. It was as if thousands of rays of light were coming from her face, that he could not even look at her. And he was talking to her, and he said she was smiling, and it was brilliant. And he said, "What's going on?" And she said, "The Allah of Jesus says I'm going to come home today." And he began to weep, hot tears running down his cheeks. And she said, "What did the Allah of Jesus say to you?" And he said this, "Come now, my love, my lovely one, come. For you, winter has passed. The snows are over and gone. The flowers appear in the land, and the season of joyful songs has come. The cooing of the turtle dove is heard in our land. Come now, my love, my lovely one, come. Let me see your face and let me hear your voice. Your voice is sweet and your face is beautiful. Come now, my love, my lovely one, come." 6 hours later, Yolanda died. Her body was swept up in the ferocious love of God. Later that day, it was learned that Yolanda was illiterate. She had never read the Bible, or for that matter, had never read a book in her life. This man had never, on any of his visits, ever shared those words with her. This man, as they say, was a man undone. That's what the love of God does. It undoes us. And I pray that it will undo us. That's what Christ the King came into this world for. For this he was born. To show us that kind of God. That kind of love. Anyone who hears his voice and knows his truth will know the kind of love that makes you undone.